Sardis. Sardis is of special interest to the student of Herodotus and Xenophon. For there Artaphernes, the brother of Darius, lived, and from there Xerxes invaded Greece, and Cyrus marched against his brother Artaxerxes. It is also of interest to the student of early Christian history as the home of one of the 7 churches of Revelation, 1:11 and 3:1. It was moreover one of the oldest and most important cities of Asia Minor, and until 549 BC, the capital of the kingdom of Lydia. It stood on the northern slope of Mount Tolus. Its Acropolis occupied one of the spurs of the mountain. At the base flowed the river Pactolus, which served as a moat, rendering the city practically impregnable. Though the failure to watch, however, the Acropolis had been successfully scaled in 549 BC by a Median soldier and in 218 by a Cretan. And then compared to Revelation 3:2 and 3. Because of its strength during the Persian period, the satraps here made their homes. However, the city was burned by the Lonians in 501 BC, but it was quickly rebuilt and regained its importance. In 334 BC, it surrendered to Alexander the Great, who gave it independence, but its period of independence was brief. For 12 years later, in 322 BC, it was taken by Antigonus. In 301 BC, it fell into the possession of the Seleucidan kings, who made it the residence of their governor. It became free again in 190 BC when it formed a part of the Empire of Pergamus, and later of the Roman province of Asia in 17 AD. When it was destroyed by an earthquake, the Roman Emperor Tiberius remitted the taxes of the people and rebuilt the city, and in his honor the citizens of that and of neighboring towns erected a large monument, but Sardis never recovered its former importance, compared to Revelation 3:12. Again, in 295 AD, after the Roman province of Asia was broken up, Sardis became the capital of Lydia, and during the early Christian age, it was the home of a bishop. The city continued to flourish until 1402, when it was so completely destroyed by Tamerlane that it was never rebuilt. Among the ruins there now stands a small village called Surt, a corruption of its ancient name. The ruins may be reached by rail from Smyrna on the way to Philadelphia. The ancient city was noted for its fruits and wool and for its temple of the goddess Cybele, whose worship resembled that of Diana of Ephesus. Its wealth was also partly due to the gold, which was found in the sand of the river Pactolus, and it was here that gold and silver coins were first struck. During the Roman period, its coins formed a beautiful series and are found in abundance by the peasants who till the surrounding fields. The ruins of the buildings which stood at the base of the hill have now been nearly buried by the dirt washed down from above. The hill upon which the Acropolis stood measures 950 feet high. The triple walls still surround it. The more imposing of the ruins are on the lower slope of the hill, and among them the temple of Cybele is the most interesting, yet only 2 of its many stone columns are still standing. Equally imposing is the necropolis of the city, which is at a distance of 2 hours right from Surt, south of the Gagaean Lake. The modern name of the necropolis is Ben Tebe, or 1,000 mounds, because of the large group of great mounds in which the kings and nobles were buried. Many of the mounds were long ago excavated and plundered. We quote the following from the Missionary Herald, Boston, Massachusetts, August 1911. I can totally finish it and you can do the next one, so you did a lot of the first part anyway. Dr. C.C. Tracy of Marsoven has made a visit to ancient Sardis and observed the work of his countryman, Professor Butler, of Princeton University, who is uncovering the ruins of that famous city of the past. Already rich finds have been made, among them portions of a temple, Artemis, indicating a building of the same stupendous character as those at Ephesus and Baalbek, and a necropolis from whose tombs were unearthed 3,000 relics, including utensils, ornaments of gold and precious stones, mirrors, etc. What chiefly impressed Dr. Tracy was the significance of those 7 churches of Asia, of which Sardis held one. When I think of the myriads of various nationality and advanced civilization for whose evangelization these churches were responsible, the messages to the Christian communities occupying the splendid strategic centers fill me with awe. While established amid the splendors of civilization, they were set as candlesticks in the midst of gross spiritual darkness. Did they fulfill their mission? One of Dr. Butler's recoveries is the marble throne of the Bishop of Sardis. Looking upon it, the message to Sardis recurs to mind. A fact of current history quickened the visitor's appreciation of the word to the angel of that church. Yonder among the mountains overhanging Sardis, there is a robber gang led by the notorious Shakir Yali. He rules in the mountains. No government can force to take him. Again and again, he swoops down like an eagle out of the sky in one quarter of the region or another. From time immemorial, these mountains have been the haunts of robbers. Very likely it was so when Revelation was written. I will come upon thee as a thief. In each case, the message was addressed to the angel of the church. Over every church in the world, there is a spirit hovering, as it were a spirit representing that church and by whose name it can be addressed. The messages are as vital as they were at the first. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
And unto the angel of the church in Sardis write, These things saith he that hath the spirits of God and the 7 stars. I know thy works, and thou hast a name that thou livest, and art dead. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before God. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. I therefore thou shalt not watch. I will come unto thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Thou hast few names, even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. He that hath ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches.